Historians and students of Barbadian folklore are still uncertain about the origins of the name Tuk. Elambe Motley says the music has been known by other names.
People in St. Andrew call it Gumbe, right? There are other people call it Waxmanani, other people call it Raktak, and then the more modern name is
Just shortening Tuk.
Shortening the Tuk. But it is interesting, I was saying that earlier, or before we started, you asked about the role of whites and blacks, because there was a white man called Brugger in Shori village that gave me the name. He said, "Oh, you're talking about Gumbe?" And I asked Maureen Warner Lewis about the origin of Gumbe, as you know, in Jamaica, to find out exactly why it was called Gumbe in that particular area. And then Christchurch area tend to call it Rakata, and there was areas in St. Philip that call it Waxmanani.
Now in Bermuda, there is a thing called the Gumbe,
Yes.
which is like the Tuk band, but it's faster. And boop, 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 and it's the same monka thing, but a different feeling altogether. And the costumes is beautiful, headpiece and whatnot. Different places, different names.
In 1932, with the help of Charles Duncan O'Neill's Democratic League, just over 30 ships united to form the Barbados Landship Association and launched their literary organ, the Landship Review. Further political support for the movement came in the 1950s from the government of the then Premier Grantley Adams, who hosted parades at his Tyrrell-Court home. Marcia Burroughs talks about the involvement of middle-class Barbadians in the early years of the organization.
Yeah, the Landship headquarters were somewhere near James Street in Bridgetown, and at that time it was called the Land, two separate words, Landship Association, an umbrella association in which prominent members of the middle class, like Hugh Cummins, who was going to become Premier, Hugh Gordon Cummins, they were involved as well. So we had the middle class coming in with writing skills, analytical skills, and deciding to give an organizational structure to what essentially was a very working class organization.
But the ship has long passed its glory days, and in fact there are serious doubts among its leadership about its future. Faced with a dramatic decline in the number of ships, the current head of the organization, Captain Vernon Watson, grouped the remaining units into one Barbados Landship.
When I came in 72, I think it was necessary where we should have come together, I believe, to enhance the status of the landship by forming this association where I went around and we get 2 members from each of the 6 ships formed the association. There were 6 units, so you had 2 from each unit form the association, and that is how the Barbados Landship.
Captain Watson has been waging his own battle against the threatened demise of the landship, trying to recruit young people to the movement. His efforts have borne only modest fruits.
It is myself, it is the quartermaster, Alton Graves. You have Roland there, Commander Jips. And if anything should happen to me, I don't know how the landship will survive. That's what I say now. We have Charles, he have his group in Rosehill, that go by name of Rosehill Tukman. That might count, right? But if you see in this uniform, in the uniform, I don't know how well it will continue.
But unless there's a dramatic turnaround in the fortunes of the movement, the inevitable demise of the present ship will bring to an end performances like this, closing once and for all another chapter in the socio-cultural history of Barbados.